Hello, sorry. Hello everyone, it is me, SlipSquid8, back with another figure review. My the Goji Movie 2 Part 1 is still in production. But it's almost done, Part 1. I'll probably be publishing it soon once it's finished. And then Part 2's production. The Part 1 is gonna be fairly short. Yeah. Anyway, getting to the figure review, I will be doing a review on the Godzilla store, limited Godzilla store exclusive movie monster series, Titanosaurus, from Terror of Mechagodzilla. If you don't know, in Terror of Mechagodzilla, Titanosaurus is a dinosaur discovered by a mad scientist who makes a deal with the guys behind Mechagodzilla. He makes a deal with them, and his daughter begins controlling Mechagodzilla, and along with that, Titanosaurus also becomes part of the invasion and starts working alongside Mechagodzilla, and they start fighting Godzilla. I don't think I explained that plot well enough. I'm sorry. Yeah, so this is Titanosaurus, from Terror of Mechagodzilla. So, yeah. Anyway, I think we should get to, let's start with the detail. I think the detail, I'm gonna bring out my flashlight. The detail is the thing you should probably notice the most, because it's got all these spots. All these nice little spots here, and most of them are dotted a black. The paint is messy in some areas, like here, the legs, but it's not too surprising, because after all, this looks like it took a lot of delicate painting. And honestly, I like the look of the paint, even if it's not perfect, you know. And under these black spots, you're actually going to be getting a maroon and yellow stripes around the body. Vinyl is casted in a brown vinyl. Here you got the neck, these little flaps here at the neck, painted gold. Got these like scaly dragon type things. For some reason, Titanosaurus has a bunch of boobs. And here you get to see detail for the fins. They're all flapped. Like you can see the folds in them, and they're painted with like both a creamy white and kind of a pink kind of color. I'd say maybe, I don't know, maybe I don't know how to describe colors. Has these like candy looking horns, but I wouldn't say it's accurate to the movie, because I know in the movie it was more of like antennae, but there's this yellow stripe on Titanosaurus's head. Doesn't have as much black dots, has white teeth, not colored mouth, and a little tongue, and a tongue sticking out. Like, ah! Yeah. Golden eyes, too. So, that's Titanosaurus's detail and paint. Why don't we get to the articulation? So, the articulation of this Titanosaurus figure is a little bit disappointing, I may say, because there's not much going on. So, but, well, at least there's a lot you could do with the design, but it feels like lackluster almost. But I think that's because the effort was put in the detail, not really the articulation. Legs can swivel. Both legs. Arms can not go all the way, so they can only move there. And There's no movement at the tail. Just sad, because I'll explain later, but Titanosaurus, yeah, it's part of Titanosaurus' abilities. And Titanosaurus' head can move all the way. So the reason why I said I'm a bit, this articulation's a bit meh, is because, well, the tail is just here, and if you don't know, in Terror of Mechagodzilla, Titanosaurus has this ability to kind of twerk at Godzilla, and it will generate these gusts of wind, and it blows Godzilla away. It's like kind of almost generates like really strong hurricane type winds. It was the only ability that Titanosaurus had, and along with that, the head too. I feel like it would have been nice if it could instead articulate at the neck, because it feels awkward. Because Titanosaurus has such a long neck, but yet you can't. Just this part can move. You can make the whole neck move. Because, but I think the detail and paint makes up for it. Like, this figure looks really nice. I wouldn't say it plays really nice, but it looks really nice. Anyway, on to size comparison. Like I said, I think I've said many times, the only Showa Godzilla I have is the Bandai 1964. I don't have a Godzilla 1975. I really want one, but we can't all have those things. So yeah, and it's pretty accurate to the movie, I'd say. Titanosaurus is, I think, a little bit taller than Godzilla in the film. I think around here, but that would take too much money to make anyway. This figure was expensive enough. But they got a good size. I'd say the height is pretty okay. Yeah, it's pretty nice. So I think the figures work together. And then next is Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla 1975. Yeah, like I said, Titanosaurus is a pretty tall kaiju, so I think it also kind of does this well, but yeah, like I said again, pretty sure Titanosaurus is supposed to be that, a little bit more higher, but it's a good, yeah, it works. The size comparison works. Wow, I haven't done this yet, like, one where, like, the figure scales okay with other ones. Like, that's not how it was for, like, Gigan 2004, or, Megalon 2023, but, yeah. So, yeah, you can get this, Titanosaurus figure. It's just that, the whole thing's kind of, pretty expensive, pretty rare. Like, in a video I made about Titanosaurus, a bunch of these, like, people speaking Spanish, well, like, not a bunch, but, like, two Spanish-speaking people went to my comment section and said, hey, where can I get one? Or, like, where did you get it? And, I didn't know how to explain, because I didn't want to, like, leak a bunch of my, info. I didn't want to give too much, but I mean, I live in around Asia, so I use like stuff like Shopee. But I told them, I think I told at least one of them, that's not the best place to get. I'm not sure actually. Maybe I didn't explain it. I should explain it. I need to explain it. But it's like, yeah, this figure's a bit hard to find, I'd say, because I mean, it's got a bit of a high demand. I mean, if you ask me, from what I heard from Godzilla fans. Titanosaurus figure, pretty high on demand. Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, this figure's pretty, I feel like it's going to be a bit hard to find, because when I was able to find it, it was, like, very lucky. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, can I get it? Like, So, yeah, but, if you really want a Titanosaurus, this is the best option you can get. This is the most recent one you can get, I think. It's not movie accurate. It's not, it doesn't provide a lot. But hey, it's Titanosaurus. So, yeah. Alright, Slip Squid 8 out.